everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam and it is a nice sunny day, t-shirt weather. We got a kind of an experiment, but we got a good task at hand. I got this old green truck pulled out, got the engine back running. There's no trans or anything in there, cab's welded back up into somewhat, but the frame is nice and rusty. Now I have some rust conversion stuff to put on it, but we got to clean this off. And I got this idea of sandblasting it, and I think I was talking to my uncle and he gave me the idea of something of this bad boy. It's gonna do it right there, this little rod. Just kidding. This thing is a little sandblaster kit that you can add to your pressure washer. That has a little suction tube, and then this connects right into your stock plug-in quick disconnect for your pressure washer. So I'm going to get this thing set up, and hopefully this works, and we'll get this frame cleaned off, and then I'm going to go up to the house and grab the heat pressure washer, because there's so much goop and I mean just years of just oil leaks and dirt roads and dust and stuff just gathering up. We got to do some serious cleaning. I'd like to have this thing looking the best that I possibly can without, you know, I got to take this bumper off I think at some point too. It's just one thing after another, but I want to get the frame cleaned off, get everything that I best I can, and then I gotta start sanding the cab, because I think mechanically everything else will be solid engine wise, just new transmission stuff, and that should be it. So let's get her set up. I really hope this works as well as I'm hoping for it to. I'm just gonna concentrate fire on the spots I can't get a buffing wheel to. But it's definitely working, and it's just sucking up all the sand. Working pretty good. You can see the areas I already did right there. It took it right down to bare metal. But I'm gonna really hit the spots like on the spring leaves here, stuff down in there. If I can't get a buffing wheel to it, that's where I'm going to aim at. But if I get a buffing wheel there, it's a lot easier just to do that. You know, all these flat surfaces, you can get those no problem with the buffer, like I did up there. But got everything taped off. I got the cab pretty covered because I didn't want anything hitting the back of that and ruining the crappy paint job, you know. Thing's actually working out pretty good. It's a little temperamental, I'll admit. I ended up just going to get in the bag once it was half full. I could move it around. I just thought it'd be easier with the bucket so I can move it around, but now we have some momentum and we ran out of gas on the pressure washer, so let's get this hooked back up. For a $20 product, this thing works pretty good. Keep the nozzle up to the top, or the end feed. Taking that junk right off. Well guys, comment below if you guys like the fact that I think it worked. Look, it's down to bare metal in some spots that I really took the time to hold it there. Trying to keep that consistent, you got to keep your water out of the sand. Any spray over into the sand, my bag broke, it kind of screwed everything up. But comment below what you guys' thoughts are on how that process worked. And while you guys are down that way, you should subscribe to the channel. Thank you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over to the pressure heat washer. And I'm going to do some more grime removal underneath the hood and clean all this garbage off. And hopefully I got a buddy coming over that might give me a hand. And I'm going to try and paint the frame today. You got to do conversion on it, and then you got to paint it. So let's swap over to this big Larry. This little guy is OG, still doing the job. I'm over, jokers. All right guys, so my buddy Garrett came down and we're gonna hopefully tackle this thing today. Seems to be, honestly, the truck looks so much better after just that first round of pressure washing with the sandblaster. We're gonna go through the spots with the wire wheels I got one set up on the gun. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, that works slick for getting in those tight spots. But
you can see some of the black coming back already.
Just wait till we're got all the other coating on there. This thing's gonna look cherry. Up the truck value of this thing by about 30-fold today. All right. Now we're spraying some liquid nasty smell on it. Might need to whatever it is, it looks like it's doing something. We'll give her a how you do. Yeah, it looks like it's doing something.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's like eating that stuff.
Watch it out like paint.
Dude, you should be 35 and older to buy this. You got to be mature.
Upwind.
Getting high just off third degree or third hand fumes. Does this seem like excessive amount to put on there?
You got a lot of it, so you might as well use it, I guess.
Open a bottle near it, it's liable to eat this garbage off.
Where the rust is, it just kind of eats it all that if you spray something.
It's not leaking on my hand.
Yeah.
You know, that's...
Your hand's not tired.
That's amazing, though, what this stuff does.
Yeah. All right, here. I'll spray it right here where we didn't even touch it at all. And we'll see what that does in like a little bit of time.
Yeah, come back to that.
Yeah, because just looking at it right here on those spots.
That took it down to the metal right there. It's
yeah.
Hard to see on the camera, but the stuff that's dripping off is brown. Oh my gosh, it looks so clean over here.
Yeah, look at that.
What the? Dang! Hopefully it dries faster than the up to 4 days. Look at it right there, where we first sprayed it.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. Okay, so we're putting the, where's the bottle at? Converter Ultra on there. We prepped the frame with that spray stuff, and it said could take up to 4 days to dry, but these upper areas, they seem like they're okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just give her a little how you doing. It says 20 minutes to dry. It goes on clear. From what I remember in the videos I watched, it turned it black. So, but either way, it's sealing the frame up, so it won't have to get rusty anymore. And look right here. This is what that I don't remember what that stuff was called. The rust converter. It took it down to bare metal. Like we did wire wheel it quite a bit, but kind of very surprising how well it transformed it.
It's easy to apply, it's thin.
Yeah.
Spreads out.
We'll give her just a how you doing coat on the top where it's easy right now and see how it does. Then you got, just put it on with a brush and you can get in all these crevices and stuff. Coat the whole truck with it. That jug, the 1 gallon jug, said it's good for 500 square feet, and I dumped like 1.5 inches in this thing, and it did all this. Like it's like pretty heavy coated on there too. So we got enough for like 65 trucks, maybe 70, and it's starting to, like you saw it before, the frame looked, you know, bare metal, but it's starting to purple. It's clear, it goes on clear, milky, and then we'll come back in a little while. Up here, it was completely bare metal from that acid stuff, and it's starting to look good. Bringing this old truck back to life with one little dab of rust conversion at a time. I did after that. It says it takes 4 days. We waited like 6 hours, and we started applying the paint to it. This is the stuff down here. And well, it says it can dry in up to 20 minutes. And we used probably this much right here. And I did the back half of this frame with 2 coats. Wait 20 minutes and you can apply the second coat, and you're supposed to have like no colder than 50 degrees steel temperature. So I had this little light running on it. I mean, what are you gonna do? It's winter time. Got lucky I got a shot, but it almost looks purple. So I'm gonna give her an air hose, get some more of the dust stuff off. I gotta get underneath the frame on a couple spots, but I'll give her one more coat, and then it says let dry for 48 hours. The conversion stuff on the top, and then you can hit it with some paint. So right here is where I spray painted it, just to see how that played out, because, you know, that was at like 30 hours. And I just hit her with a rattle can with some Rust-Oleum, and I think that honestly that'll play out pretty good. But basically the rust that's underneath is something else now. They converted it to EPA approved something. And then underneath here, I sprayed that with that acid stuff, and look what it did to those swing arms. Yeah, it took them down to nothing. I'm gonna do a couple more things to it, and then I'm gonna pull the front differential out and swap that, because if you noticed, and you hadn't seen any of my other videos, that tire is kinked, lower ball joint, out the door. Same thing with a couple pilot bearings and some other stuff for the clutch. She's getting there, guys. She's getting there. I'm happy. I'm starting to see the light. Keep plugging. Keep plugging. Boom. Keep plugging, boy. Alrighty, guys. Let me grab a flashlight. As promised, I'm gonna show you how she turned out. Now, again, to give you the order of events, completely covered in dirt frame, mud covered up. This thing was bogged, all right? Pressure washed it all off, got all the big stuff off. I used the heated pressure washer machine, all right? Now, that thing isn't your conventional one. It really takes it down even a step further. It takes grease and oil and stuff, it rips that off. Then, from there, I sandblasted it. Use the pressure washer with the sandblaster, you saw that. Then I went through it with wire wheel and buffed it all up. Then I hit it with the spray, which was this stuff here. Show it to you guys one more time. Spray bottle. The rust cutter. That literally took it down to bare metal in spots that were as heavy wire action. Like you couldn't see bare metal before, but it took it down, made it nice and shiny. Let that dry for a little while. I did a little couple spots for like a test subject area. So I'd do a spot fairly quickly. I mean, I let it dry for like 6-8 hours, and then I put coating on it. I did 2 coats of the rust conversion over the top of it. You guys saw what that turned like after about 30 hours. It was like a dark purple. Then from there, put another coat on it after like 20 minutes. That made it pretty solid. I could feel a layer of protection on the frame. Again, this is a frame that I would have pretty much looked at and gone, ain't no saving it. Then after all that dries, you can paint it whatever color you want. And I want a conventional looking frame, so I painted it black. And this is how she turned out, guys. The entire frame's all nice and done up. Let me get a light on it for you guys. This light is kind of weird. It makes the camera do funny things. I don't know if you guys saw the airbag install or the 35s added on, but that's a little taste of video up and coming. But it brought this frame back to life. Now there's a couple spots underneath that I coated with it, but I'm gonna do a little bit more. But you can see there's like a layer of clear coat basically right there, and I gotta do another layer of the rust conversion on that. It's like the process isn't very quick when you're trying to do multiple other things. So the stuff is definitely showing like that we got a good looking frame. From what it was, honestly, anything would have helped. But this stuff, we'll see how it lasts over time. But this vehicle happened to be the perfect test subject for possibly getting in a hurry and putting paint on it too soon, or putting the rust conversion after putting the acid on it. But everything seems to be holding up solid. Time will tell how long it lasts down the line. But for the amount of money I spent, probably $100 in the chemical rattle cans to go over the top of it. This is the stuff I put over the top of it. Rust-Oleum, the professional stuff. And then I also tried a couple other Rust-Oleum products on there. See how those shake out. But you can see the frame. it has changed dramatically, and I'm completely happy with it. This truck is coming around. It's starting to look like a truck again. Better off going this route than buying some other garbage to go on the top of it. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate the views. Comment below if you guys have used this stuff before. I know that POR 15 seemed to be a high demanded product. Like, people really requested that. Main reason I went with this for this truck right now, for one, test subject. Two, my uncle and I were talking about it, and I was really curious firsthand to see if it actually worked. So he brought it up, and I said, well, you know what, I'm going to find out. So we'll see. And yeah, just comment below what you guys have used before. If you guys have had good luck with spray can stuff, or if you guys have gone the whole length of doing this. This truck is the most in-depth on build I've ever done. So anyway, guys, like this video, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next one. Later.